Hello everyone, welcome to my chemistry channel BL Das, short and sweet in chemistry. Now I am going to explain the topic periodic classification of element for class 10. Periodic classification of elements. What is the meaning? Periodic, that means the period was that is used. Why period word is used? Because period means same interval of time something is happening regularly. Just like I can say 7th period is chemistry, that means this time 3:30 to 4:30, that is the time that is for 7th period, and we have chemistry class, that here you can say this is 7th period because after 30 minutes interval of time one first period starts, second, third, fourth, according to time, the time comes here, 7th period is chemistry. That means here you can say malaria is a periodic fever. What is mean malaria is a periodic fever? Because every 4th day or 5th day that fever comes, that is malaria. So it is called periodic fever. So I hope you have clear. Period means same interval time the thing is happening, something which is very important that is happening every interval time, same time, that is called period. Now, periodic classification of elements. Before reading this chapter, you can open your periodic table chart. Periodic table chart, you can find so many elements are there, so many columns are there, so many horizontal lines are there. What are these things? What are they called? All the question comes to mind. But before that, you know something about that elements, how they are classified, why necessary to classify. You know, when it is 1800 years at the time, what happened? Only 30 elements were discovered. 30 elements, not more than that. But gradually nowadays you can see gradually improved one by one, discover. Lastly it comes to 114 elements you can find now. Question is how we will arrange this, all the 114 elements. All the elements are not same in physical and chemical properties. But some elements have similar physical and chemical properties. Just like gold is a metal, silver is a metal. That means these are the similar property about that metallic character. Similarly, potassium dissolve in water, potassium and sodium also dissolve in water. That means here this is the similar characteristic. That means sodium and group are similar, gold and silver are similar. So many properties are there regarding physical, regarding chemical. According to that, we will see what are the elements having similar properties. Scientists try to know the properties of element. When each element, each metal, each non-metal, all things are discovered, after that their properties are studied. What is the physical and chemical properties? That here they found difficult to organize all about element, difficult to organize 114 element everywhere. You see what is happening with hydrochloric acid, what is happening to heat, what is happening to water. All the properties are very difficult to remember, very difficult to know each and every element characteristic. That is why they try to collect the element have similar properties. Just now I told potassium dissolve in water, sodium also dissolve in water. Similarly, silver is a gold and silver is a metal and gold is a metal. That means there is metallic characteristic same. Here with water, the characteristics same, similar characteristic. Then that is why they collected all the elements having similar properties regarding physical and chemical. That means suppose these two elements are same in nature, they put in one group. And suppose these 5 elements same in nature regarding to water, they put in one group. Like this, the scientists prove they have put all the elements having similar characteristics in a group, in a area where they collected having same physical and chemical properties. Then come to classification of elements. When element discovered and compound discovered, and they know the characteristic of compound, they know the characteristic of element, but after that it is very difficult to arrange all the elements, how 114 elements will arrange. That is why you know anything, either non-living, living, all the things they are having some properties same, and they are classified as basing on properties. Suppose you are writing living and non-living. Living, that means having living beings having different properties and non-living having different properties. So according to that they are divided. That means any one which have some property you are discovering, after that you find that one also same properties, similar properties, then they put in the same area. Then elements are classified on the basing on properties. So I told physical and chemical properties observed and they put in one group if they are similar. Elements are classified as metal. First, when they discover, first they divided metal which is metal, which is non-metal, and they found these are the metals having similar property, these are the non-metal having similar property. First they discover, they made one group, two groups, one is metal groups, other one is non-metal groups. I hope it is clear. Nowadays 114 elements are discovered and classification is necessary because it's very difficult to organize all the elements in one group, in one area. So they divided the elements according to their properties. So you can observe living things, anything in this world that is classified as different group. Elements are classified first metal and non-metal. I hope it is clear. After that you will see the scientists how they group the elements in one area which is called group or you can say group of elements, that is called periodic table classification. The scientist Doberenier tried, that is he tried to put the elements in a group. What is this called, how it is proved, we will see now. Doberenier, the scientist who discovered the elements only three which have similar properties. That means here he tried to make some groups, the groups only containing three elements, that is called triads. Now you can find three elements which is called triads, that is depending on in the order of increasing atomic mass, which is arranged three elements but it is in the order of increasing atomic mass. The atomic mass of the middle element is the average of atomic mass of 2. There are three elements 1, 2, 3. Either this is the this atomic mass of this is the average of 2, or this is average of 2, or this is average of 2. That means the element that is the atomic mass here is the average of two other elements. Now see example, lithium 6.9 mu, sodium that is 23 mu, and potassium is 39 mu. It is arranged. That means you can see middle element like sodium is the average of other two. See here it comes to 46 divided by 2, that is equal to 23. That means the average atomic mass, what is that? 23. And what is the atomic mass of that? That is the sodium. Atomic mass of sodium is 23. So in this order, but scientist Doberenier could identify only three triads, not more. Only three triads he could find, he could identify. But this Doberenier triads is not so useful in the world of periodic table. In periodic table of elements, Doberenier who identified three triads, that is very important. But this idea is not so useful to our periodic classification. Now see the triads are lithium, sodium, potassium. Sodium is 23. That means here you can see this is the average atomic mass 2, lithium and potassium. Similarly, calcium and barium, and you see the atomic mass of strontium is the average atomic mass of calcium, barium, and bromine, the atomic mass of bromine, that is 80, that is here 35.5. that means atomic bromine that should be calculated as 80. It is the average atomic mass of chlorine and iodine. These three only discovered by the Doberenier, and this is called Doberenier Triads. Doberenier Triads is not so useful or benefits to the periodic classification of elements, but Doberenier Triads was very famous at the part of the periodic classification of elements. Now I hope this introduction class only a few lines are very important. I hope it is clear to you, and hope you will subscribe my channel BL Das Short and Sweet in Chemistry. Also I am very thankful to all, and hope you will like this channel, this video, and thanks to all again.